Hey ladies, today we're going to talk about current students that are withdrawing for the summertime, which we're going to be seeing a lot of within the next couple weeks to even couple months. This is something that happens every year where students do take a break for the summer. Not everybody takes a break, but there's quite a few students that we end up losing during the summer times just due to, busy schedules, vacations, everything that's going on for their activities during the summertime. So I just want to touch base with you to help you to understand how obviously we want those students to return. So we don't want to lose those students. So obviously on the withdrawal form where it's saying really the portion of the withdrawal form that is asking for reasoning for withdrawing, and then are they returning, yes or no, and then their returning start date, like the month and that type of thing, which is on the form here. I'm going to show it to you. But this section, that is actually why that section really exists, is because of the summertime withdrawals. During the year, we obviously like to use that because we don't lose our student per se, which is our clientele. That's how we get paid. That's our business. So obviously that's super important during all throughout the year. It's important, but it's really important, and I can't stress enough how important it is during the summertime when people are wanting to take a couple months off and to make sure that we get their return date for the fall, so we know they are committed to coming back to the Omaha School of Music and Dance and being a student of ours, which is super important. So again, I just really can't stress that enough, just because I've seen the first year we were open, we really didn't have anything that existed like that because we didn't really know that this was a seasonal business per se. So we lost a lot of people just due to not having something in place, having a system in line and ready to go. This year and even last year, we had systems ready to go for people that were wanting to just take a break for the summer and withdraw for just a short amount of time and then come back in either August or September or sometimes even October, depending on the student's schedule, how busy they are, etc. So I do want to talk about this process. I want to talk about the things that we need to be doing to make sure that these people are coming back, the students are coming back to us. So the first thing, obviously, you're in contact with the parent comes up to the front desk, or they talk to you on the phone and they state that they are going to be withdrawing. Okay, that's fine. I obviously want to talk about first whether it's a teacher issue or a scheduling issue, because maybe it's just a student not needing a summer break, but that they are wanting to withdraw because of one of those two issues, the scheduling or a teacher issue. So number one, that's always the first thing to ask, and I talk about that in other tutorial videos here. So that's the first thing to say. From there, if they're like, oh no, it's just like we're just taking a summer break, it's for the summer, we're super busy, you're like, oh, okay, wonderful, that's all right. So obviously you guys will be joining us back in August or September, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll be back. Fantastic. Okay, so at that point, we're going to go to the withdrawal form. So we're going to pull this form out, and we're going to ask them to fill out this section. Obviously, if they're on the phone with you, you're going to fill this out for them, and you're going to put it in the file folder. But down here, you can still answer all of the questions here for them over the phone. Like, definitely ask, what's the reason? If it's a summer break, you just put summer break into that section. Do they plan to return? Yes, they told you that they were going to be back in August or September, or that, it's a summer break, that they plan to return. Okay, great. We're going to mark yes. At that point in time, we're going to say, so does August work better? Does September work better for you? Like, what is going to be the best month for you guys? Say it's September. Wonderful. Put in the line September. Okay, from there, we already know we're going to go with just that first week in September that they're starting back. They will get a card, a reminder card, class reminder, in the mail stating what day they're starting back. And we're just kind of pick that for them. If it changes, if it needs to change, they get their card, it needs to change, whatever, we'll get it changed. It's not a big deal. If they absolutely know the date that they're coming back in September, wonderful. You can still write that in to this section of this piece of paper, okay? But if they don't know it, it's okay. Just write August, just write September, October, whatever it is, just write the month. It's not a big deal. We will figure out the remaining details from there, okay? So once you have filled this out, that's wonderful, okay? The next piece of paper is the teacher's drop slip, letting them know that their student is withdrawing. And on the comments down here, I definitely let the teacher know that that student's returning. I mean, this is their way to make money. This is their paycheck. So if they see a student's dropping, it's like, oh crap, you know, that's part of my paycheck. So if they know that this portion, you know, is filled out saying they're dropping for the summer, that they're gonna be back in August, you know, or September, just put that in here. It makes the teacher feel a lot better. Plus they don't have to like come up to the desk and ask you 100 questions about, you know, what's going on with this student and stuff. Okay. So, and then that goes in the teacher's mailboxes. Everybody, I think, knows that. The next thing is the class reminder card here. This needs filled out, okay? On the back here, you need to fill out this section here. And then I just write down here, starting, you know, first week in August, starting first week in September. And I just put that in here. So that way they can see that's when they're gonna be starting back up, okay? And if their lesson is on a Monday, you pick the first Monday in August and you can write that in, okay? Make it very simple, but very straightforward so everybody understands what's going on and what they're gonna be doing. And then from there, this section is for their address, okay? So we're gonna put their address on the card because it's gonna be sent to them. And then from there, we put a stamp up here in the corner because we have to have postage to mail something. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And what we want to do with this card, once we are finished writing out this card, we are going to go to our, let me pull it out here. Here we go. I like it. It's a box, okay? This box is holding all of the cards that we need to send out. And it's lovely because it's divided out by months, okay? So for instance, we take that card and now that person starting back in August, we're gonna go to August and we're gonna put it into August, okay? And it's behind the tab, not in front of the tab, but behind the tab. So say we've got our August tab here, you're gonna put it behind this tab, okay? All right, so that takes care of the card box. And this is just sitting up on the desk, okay? This is not hidden or anything like that, not in a weird spot. From there, you've done everything that you can do for our paper trail, okay? I mean, that's everything paperwork-wise that you can do. Obviously, you stick the withdrawal form in the withdrawals. This went to the teacher mailbox. This went into the card box. Paper trail is done of everything that needs documented. However, from there, there's a little bit more in the computer system that you're gonna need to do on your end to ensure that the computer system understands that this student is dropping for the summer, but coming back in the fall. So obviously you're gonna pull up, say it's Oreskovich, my daughter, Addison, okay? You're gonna look up Oreskovich, you're gonna pull up Addison, you're gonna take the current class that she is in. So say she is in private piano lessons with Catherine on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. You're gonna go to that time frame and you're gonna put the end date, okay? And of course you go the day after the end date because the end date is the day that she's like actually coming in for her last lesson. So we don't wanna like kick it out of the system so that way it doesn't show that. We wanna go, say she is done on, I'm making up numbers here because I don't have a calendar in front of me. But I'm going to say she's done Thursday, I don't know, let's see here, April 27th. I think that's right. So say she's done next week. So you obviously enter that into the computer systems. And then from there, you're going to need to go the date after her actual date, okay? So if she's done on the 27th, you're going to put that as like the 28th, okay? In the computer system, you're gonna do that. And that's the class end date. So when you look up the person and you click on their class, you're gonna go to the summary tab and you're gonna go to class end date. You're gonna put that in there. That's gonna take care of everything that needs to be done for that person's end date. So now you've just canceled that class out, okay? That class is good. So now we need a future enrollment. So that person, Addison, is going to be starting back piano lessons in, say, August. Like, say the first Thursday in August, she's coming back, okay? From there, we need to make a future enrollment for that class. So that way we know she's coming back. It's now in the system. It's going to show up on our calendars. That's what it needs to happen. So that way it shows up on our teacher schedules, okay? So that's pretty much the computer system side of all of that, okay? From there, you do need to go back to where, say, the file folder is, the student's file folder. So I pulled, it's Abigail Rath is the person that I pulled. She's done, she's gonna be done for the summer. So she's put in a withdrawal form. All this stuff has been done that I've explained. So you need to pull her file folder out of the back. And there is there's the bottom section of the cabinet that has like our new students starting. It has our 2-week follow-up calls. There's also a section called returning students. This is where these people are going to go, so we can keep track of who's actually coming back and who's not, okay? So you pull Abigail Rath, for instance, because she's done, and she's gonna need to be moved to this returning student. So we're gonna take her file folder and we're gonna put the date she's coming back. This girl's coming back the first week in August, so it's August 3rd. Okay, take it and put it behind the returning students in the bottom portion of the filing cabinet. Okay, so that's it. That's all there is to it. I know it sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of mumble jumble probably that you're like, but a lot of this stuff isn't new. Like filling this stuff out isn't new. It's just making sure the computer system's right. It's making sure that we're putting that in correctly and ending the current class that they're in, but putting a future enrollment class in and enrolling that student for that future class. This portion is a little new because we haven't had to pull any students or anything like that that are saying that they're returning. So that portion's new. Besides that, that's really all there is to this. If you guys need a checklist made for all of this stuff, I am happy to do so. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not hard. If you really think about how it needs to be put out into the system and stuff, it's not like super hard. So let me know if I need to make up a checklist and put it at the front desk or in the front desk binder or something like that, so that way you have something to go off of, and I probably just will, just to make sure that it's done and there for you guys. But other than that, I hope you have a great week. I just wanted to touch base as we're coming into and embarking upon the summertime. I just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page and how we are doing this, that it's a system thing, not a person solution of just this is how I personally do this. Well, if you personally do it that way, it's personally going to screw up everybody else. So I think it's just really important to have a system of how it's done, so that way we're all doing it identical and we don't have to worry about, oh, is that person not doing it the right way? So anyways, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a great day and have a great weekend. Thanks.